Throughout history, the animal kingdom has shown us countless examples of extraordinary sacrifice. Creatures endure unimaginable hardship, even death, for the survival of their young or the preservation of their species. But the capacity for sacrifice is not limited to the natural world. Humans too have demonstrated an astonishing willingness to lay down their lives for what they hold dear. But did you know that countless men, women, and even children have died for something seemingly simple? A piece of bread, a sip of wine. This is not just sustenance to them. It is the Eucharist, the body and blood of Christ. In our world, the drive to protect one's young is primal, instinctive. The dedication of a mother bear defending her cubs and the unwavering commitment of a penguin braving the harshest conditions to feed its chick. These are the cornerstones of survival in the wild. Yet history reveals another kind of devotion, a dedication not to blood ties but to something beyond the physical realm, to faith. Throughout the ages, individuals have faced persecution, torture, and death itself rather than abandon their beliefs. Today we journey into the heart of such unwavering faith, exploring the powerful stories of martyrs who made the ultimate sacrifice for the Eucharist. These were ordinary people who lived extraordinary lives, driven by a conviction so profound that they willingly faced death rather than betray their beliefs. Their stories, etched in the annals of history, serve as a testament to the enduring power of faith and the profound depths of human devotion. The early days of Christianity were a time of immense struggle and sacrifice. The fledgling faith, born in the shadow of the Roman Empire, faced constant threat from a power structure that viewed it as a dangerous superstition. For these early Christians, gathering to celebrate their beliefs was a risky endeavor, often conducted in secret under the cover of darkness. Their meeting places, catacombs, hidden chambers and remote locations became sanctuaries of faith where they could share the Eucharist, the very heart of their belief. Imagine, if you will, the hushed silence of the catacombs, the flickering candlelight illuminating the faces of those gathered, men, women and children, their hearts filled with a quiet courage, partaking in a ritual that held the power to both unite and condemn them. For them, the Eucharist was more than a symbolic gesture. It was a tangible connection to their Savior, Jesus Christ, a source of strength and solace in a world that seemed determined to extinguish their faith. But the Roman authorities, threatened by the growing popularity of this new religion, sought to stamp it out with an iron fist. Persecution raged, and Christians were hunted down, tortured and executed for their beliefs. The act of celebrating the Eucharist, a sacrament so central to their faith, became a crime punishable by death. Yet despite the ever-present danger, the early Christians clung to their beliefs, their faith fueled by a force far greater than their fear. These early martyrs, often nameless and forgotten by history, stand as a testament to the enduring power of faith. They were ordinary people, shopkeepers, laborers, mothers and fathers, who found extraordinary strength in their beliefs. They understood the risks, the potential consequences of their actions, yet they refused to renounce their faith, their commitment to Christ stronger than the fear of death. Their stories, passed down through generations, whispered to us from the dust of the Roman Empire. They remind us that faith, true faith, requires courage, a willingness to stand firm in the face of adversity, even when that adversity takes the form of persecution and death. The early Christian martyrs, through their unwavering devotion, etched a powerful message into the very fabric of history, a message that continues to resonate centuries later. One such story, a poignant example of courage and sacrifice, is that of St. Tarcisius, a young boy living in 3rd century Rome. Tarcisius, his heart filled with a faith that belied his tender years, served as an acolyte in the early church. His was a humble task, yet one he approached with unwavering devotion. He assisted the priest, prepared the altar, and carried out his duties with a quiet reverence that spoke volumes about the depth of his belief. One day, as the Roman persecution raged around him, Tarcisius was entrusted with a sacred mission: to deliver the Eucharist to Christians imprisoned for their faith. These prisoners, facing almost certain death, longed for the spiritual nourishment that only the Eucharist could provide. Tarcisius, understanding the gravity of his task, accepted the responsibility without hesitation. Clutching the Eucharist close to his heart, he embarked on his journey through the treacherous streets of Rome. Danger lurked around every corner, and the young acolyte, his small frame a beacon of innocence, was an easy target for those seeking to quash the burgeoning Christian faith. As he made his way through the city, a group of Roman youths, recognizing him as a Christian, accosted him. They demanded to know what he carried, their voices laced with suspicion and malice. Tarcisius, refusing to betray his sacred trust, remained silent. He knew the danger, knew that revealing the true nature of his precious cargo would mean certain death, yet he stood firm, his silence a testament to his unwavering faith. The Roman youths, enraged by his defiance, attacked him, their blows raining down upon him. Yet even as he lay dying, Tarcisius protected the Eucharist with his life, refusing to let it be desecrated. His last breaths were a prayer, a final act of devotion to the faith he held dear. The story of Saint Tarcisius, a poignant tale of courage and sacrifice, spread like wildfire throughout the early Christian community. Here was a young boy, barely old enough to understand the complexities of the world around him, yet possessing a faith so strong that he willingly gave his life to protect the Eucharist. His story became a source of inspiration, a reminder that even the youngest among them could embody the unwavering spirit of their faith. The Roman persecution, though brutal and unrelenting, failed to extinguish the flame of Christianity. In fact, it seemed that the blood of the martyrs only served to fuel its growth. The stories of their courage and sacrifice, whispered in hushed tones within the catacombs, spread far and wide, planting seeds of faith in the hearts of those who witnessed their unwavering devotion. The Cilician Martyrs, another group of early Christians who faced the full wrath of the Roman Empire, offer yet another example of the extraordinary faith that burned brightly during this tumultuous period. Hailing from the North African town of Scilium, this small group of Christians, much like their counterparts in Rome, found themselves targeted for their beliefs. Arrested and brought before the Roman authorities, they were given a choice: renounce their faith and offer sacrifices to the Roman gods, or face the consequences. The Romans, accustomed to obedience from their subjects, expected these Christians to buckle under pressure, to choose self-preservation over their beliefs. However, the Cilician martyrs, much like St. Tarcisius before them, refused to betray their faith. Standing before the Roman proconsul, his face a mask of disdain, they boldly proclaimed their allegiance to Jesus Christ. They spoke of their belief in the Eucharist, the body and blood of Christ, a concept that seemed utterly absurd to their Roman captors. Yet the more they spoke, the more evident it became that their faith was not some passing fancy, but a deeply held conviction that permeated every aspect of their lives. The proconsul, angered by their defiance, sentenced them to death. As they were led away, their voices rang out in hymns of praise, their faith unshaken by the fate that awaited them. They understood the cost of their beliefs, yet they refused to compromise, their love for Christ far surpassing their fear of death. The Cilician martyrs, their names etched into the annals of Christian history, stand as a testament to the unwavering faith that characterized the early church. They, along with countless others who faced persecution and death during this tumultuous period, serve as a powerful reminder that true faith requires courage, a willingness to stand firm in the face of adversity, even when that adversity takes the form of persecution and death. Their stories, passed down through the ages, continue to inspire, to challenge, and to remind us of the enduring power of faith. The stories we've explored today offer a glimpse into a world far removed from our own, a world where faith often came at a high price. The martyrs of the Eucharist, those men, women, and children who gave their lives rather than betray their beliefs, stand as a testament to the enduring power of faith and the profound depths of human devotion. Their stories, though centuries old, still resonate with a profound sense of relevance. They remind us that the capacity for courage, for sacrifice, lies dormant within us all, waiting to be awakened. Like a seed buried deep within the earth, faith has the power to blossom in the most unexpected of places, to take root even in the face of adversity. As we reflect on the lives of these extraordinary individuals, let us remember that their sacrifice was not in vain. They lived and died for a belief that transcended the boundaries of their world, a belief that continues to inspire and guide millions today. Their legacy is not one of death, but of unwavering faith, a beacon of hope that shines brightly through the annals of history, reminding us that even in the darkest of times, the human spirit, fueled by faith, can overcome even the most daunting of challenges.